Hello, boys and girls. Well, today we are beginning Chapter 8 in our math books, and Chapter 8 deals with measurement and time. So today we're talking about comparing lengths. And so it says down here at the bottom for us to look around the classroom and choose an object that will fit in each box. So I have kind of already done that for you, and it's what we did in class today. And so now I'm going to draw these objects in the box, and then we'll talk a little bit about them. So the first item that will fit in box number A is a paper clip, like one of those jumbo paper clips that I use. And you see them on your spelling folders. And then also we found a glue stick that would fit in box number B. And so here's like the lid, has some grooves in it. This is the part that you twist up to get the glue to come out. And I'm even going to write on here glue. And then the item that fit in the bottom box here was one of my markers that I use to grade your papers. Kind of gets skinny down here at the end and has a little clip on it, lid. All right, and I'm going to write marker on that one. Okay, so now that we have our objects drawn in the boxes, then there are some questions down here at the bottom. It says, is object A shorter than object B? So this is object A, and this is B, and this is C. So is object A shorter than object B? Yes, it is. Now, is object B shorter than object C? Yes, it is. So now what we need to find out is we're going to circle whether object C, whether this one is longer than or shorter than object A. Okay, would you say that this marker is longer than the paper clip, or would you say that it is shorter than the paper clip? Yeah, I hope you said that it is longer than the paper clip. It is. All right, and so then on the back of that page, of course, in the box is kind of another review of what we've just talked about. You can compare the lengths of objects, and notice that lengths is highlighted in yellow, so that means that it's one of our vocabulary words. And it says the paintbrush is longer than the pencil. So here is the paintbrush, and yes, it is longer than that pencil, isn't it? And then it also says that the pencil is longer than the tube of paint. That is true. The pencil is longer than the tube of paint. Now they're asking, is the tube of paint longer than or shorter than the paintbrush? So now we're going to compare the tube of toothpaste, tube of paint, and the paintbrush. Is this tube of paint longer than the paintbrush, or is it shorter than the paintbrush? Yes, it is shorter, and they've already put a dotted ring around that to help us out. And the helpful hint here says the length of objects can be shorter than or longer than each other. Okay. So now we're going to compare some more objects and circle the correct answer. Number 1 says the pair of glasses right here is shorter than the marker. That is true. The marker is shorter, here's the marker, it's shorter than the picture. Yeah, that is also true. Is the picture longer than or shorter than the pair of glasses? Okay. One thing that I want you to notice when you're comparing lengths is that it's important to line everything up, Whoa, I went a little too far. Let me see if I can erase that. Yeah, there. Okay. And get back to the pen. Okay, so notice how all three of these things are lined up the same here on one edge. Then we can look over here. If we're comparing the picture and the glasses, then we can see that the picture sticks out farther than the glasses. And that's how we know that that the picture is, yes, longer than the glasses. Okay. Well, I kind of think I just answered this question down here at the bottom. How can you tell if an object is longer or shorter than another object? And yes, that would be whether or not it sticks out beyond the other picture. Okay. Again, if we line up right here, these glasses with the marker sticks out a little farther than those glasses. So the marker is longer than the glasses, but it's not longer than the picture, is it? Because we could line up these two items here, and the picture sticks out farther. So the picture is longer than the marker. All right, now, so I will prepare a Nearpod so that you can do these particular items here. And then I'm going to go ahead and move into the next lesson. Because that was pretty short lesson today. So, oh, that's the homework sheet. We don't want that one. Okay, here we go. Lesson 2 is on comparing and ordering the links. So ordering them, meaning that we're going to put them in order from longest to shortest or shortest to longest, and or number them according to which is longer or shorter. So here, let me show you what I mean. It says find two objects that will fit in the box. Okay, so we chose to draw a, I'm going to get my pen working here. We chose to draw a glue stick. And write glue. Well, that looks like an A, doesn't it? Yeah, that's supposed to be a U. And then also a crayon. And so as we measured them, we lined them up pretty close here along this edge. And the crayon was just a little bit longer than the glue. Okay, so now we have our two objects in the box, and it says circle the object that is longer. Okay, you can see here they're lined up on this edge, and the crayon sticks out longer than the glue stick. So it is the one we're going to circle. And then it says to put an X on the object that is shorter. If the crayon is longer, then the glue stick is shorter, isn't it? Okay, then on the back of that page, now we're going to look at, let me go back here just a minute to point out here, we were comparing only two items, okay? And on the back side here, now we're going to compare three items. And so now, do you remember a few weeks ago, I was actually in our reading and we talked about comparative endings. And with when you're comparing two items, then you have something that is, either longer or shorter or fatter or thinner or, whatever the case may be as far as the attribute that you would be comparing. But if there's only two of them, then you have this ER or ending. If you have more than two, then we have an EST ending. Okay, so longer and longest. Longest means you're comparing three or more items. All right, so it says you can compare and order the lengths of objects. Okay, the pencil is longer than the scissors. So if we're only comparing the pencil and the scissors, just those two items, the pencil is longer than the scissors. Okay, and then if we compare the paint set with the pencil and the scissors, if we're comparing all of them, we say that the paint set is the longest. Okay, so since it's the longest, then we're going to trace this 3 here. Longest has a number 3, and then the next longer, or the pencil is longer than the scissors, so it has a 2, and then the scissors is just a 1. Okay, and so now if we compare these 3 items, now it says the bookmark is shorter than the paintbrush. Okay, and the pen is the shortest. So it's easiest to start with the shortest item and write a number 3. And then when we compare the next two, the bookmark is shorter than the paintbrush, so it's number 2. And then you have the paintbrush is last, so it's number 1. Okay, I think the way that they word this is kind of strange. I would say this one is short, this one is longer, and this one is the longest. I don't know. Again, this one is short, and this one's longer than that one, but that one's the longest. Or, I guess we could say this one is the longest, this one is shorter, and shortest. It depends on how you're describing it, I guess, if it's longer or shorter. Okay, so it says find the objects in your classroom, compare. We really didn't find the objects, we just used the pictures and we judged which one is longer or shorter. So number 1 says which one is shorter. We're comparing 2 items, so it has the ER ending. Which one is shorter, the paintbrush or the tube of paint? Yeah, the tube of paint. Which one of these items is longer, the crayon or the pencil? I hope you said the pencil. It is longer than the crayon. Now we have 3, so we're going to number them 1, 2, 3. I think it's easiest to start with the one that is the one that has the ist ending. Longest. We're going to put a 3. Which one is the longest? The paper clip, glue stick, or the marker? Yes, the marker is the longest, so we're putting a 3. Okay. Then when we compare these two, which one is longer? 2 for longer. So we're going to write a 2 for which one of these is longer. Of course, it's the glue stick. So that leaves number 1 for the last one. So they're saying that the paper clip is long, longer, longest. Okay. And then it says, what other objects can you use to compare lengths? Well, there's a variety of objects that we could use to compare lengths with. You probably see some around your home. All right, and so if we go to the next page, here's where there are some on your own. So I'm going to put some of these questions in a Nearpod for you to practice on your own. And I will just add those practice items to the items over here that we did too, that were pretty simple. Okay. All righty. Good luck. I hope you're feeling better. Bye-bye.